Yep, those are the different days in the life for a stay-at-home son. Last March, I did a video called My Daily Routine as a 28-year-old man living at home, or something along those lines. I believe it was, I definitely used the word daily routine, but this time I'm updating it a little to accommodate the three different types of days I have, which I will specify in a second because it depends on that. And I decided to throw Stay at Home Son into the title because the video about my last video doing that became my highest viewed video of all time. So I'm going to be transparent here. I'm hoping lightning strikes twice. I'm not counting on it, but I'm also realizing that's a trending topic, even though I don't know if I would personally fit that definition because I do work 2 days a week at the instant gratification job. But for all intents and purposes, let's just say I am a stay at home son because I am 28. I live with my parents. I do work 2 days a week at the instant gratification job, which is all I'm going to say about that. Yeah, the title was My Daily Routine as a 28-year-old man still at home. Before I get into my daily routine or the day in the life of a stay at home son, the three different kinds, be sure to give this video a like. Comment your thoughts on the stay at home son phenomenon. And subscribe for daily videos because I don't just sit around and play video games all the time like some stay at home sons are stereotyped to be. I like video games, don't get me wrong. I'm playing through Wind Waker on Switch Online because I had the Switch 2. But that being said, I know how to prioritize things that are actually more important in the long run. That's how I feel about this YouTube channel. It's more important than video games. Alright, so days like today, as I record this on Sunday, where I have nowhere I need to go. First, I wake up and I do a time to walk on Apple Fitness Plus after admittedly struggling to get out of bed. I don't always want to get up right away, but I am trying to do better on that. I'm also a little mixed on whether I should do the time to walk every single day because rest days do need to be a thing, but at the same time, it's just walking. Either way, I do it first thing in the morning to get sunlight into my eyes and to prevent myopia, as the Apple Health app says is important for adults to get sunlight 20 minutes a day to prevent it. Spend time outside for at least 20 minutes a day because it prevents myopia because we look at it forces you to look at things way further in the distance than something up close like the screen I'm looking at right now or the phone camera I'm looking at right now. I think you see a pattern here. Anyway, more time in daylight and all that. Sometimes I'll just do a 20-minute goal on my watch. Sometimes I'll do a time to walk. Gotta bring meditation back in so that I do something on Apple Fitness Plus every single day of the week to get my money's worth for the Apple One Premier subscription. Anyway, Whenever I hit my 20 minutes of outdoor time for the day, I go inside, wash my hands, and I make a breakfast taco. I make the same thing every day. 3 sausage links that I microwave, a cup of coffee, iced at this time of year, and then on the stove, I make 2 eggs that I mix together, and then I pour it onto the pan. I flip it over after a minute, then I take the sausage links out of the microwave, put those on top of the egg patty along with some cheese. Sometimes I get slices of American, sometimes I actually have a package of other more deli style cheese from the store brand, but I also use mozzarella cheese from the bulk bag that I buy for my pizzas. Anyway, after that, I sit down and eat my breakfast taco, which I put on a soft taco wrap tortilla. Yeah, it takes the form factor of a breakfast taco. Sometimes I'll add ketchup. I've been meaning to get salsa, but I haven't gotten around to it. So yeah, after that, I get cleaned up by showering, brushing my teeth, and then shaving my head slash neck, and trimming my beard. I'll admit, I have a reminder for that every other day, but I pass on that. I never pass on a fresh shaving of my head. Anyway, once I have all that done, I'll load up some laundry because the laundry room is literally the next room over from where I'm sitting right now. And then I'll sit down here and do YouTube stuff. Like what I'm doing right now, recording this video. Or I might edit video I have. I rarely take mornings off from doing YouTube stuff because I like to stay ahead of the release schedule. Did I mention it's very convenient for doing laundry? And I'm trying to step up doing laundry for other people as well because I can just throw my stuff in. But I should also contribute more by getting the laundry put through the machines, and then from there, once I get it upstairs, I can miss the part where that's my problem. To quote Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. So I try to, at some point, I take a morning snack break, which is now making a strawberry banana smoothie with my new personal blender that I bought because I decided to replace the cheese cracker sandwiches with that. Cheese cracker sandwiches are strictly for when I'm not at home. So yeah, after that, once I finished my YouTube stuff, either for the day or I need a break that badly, I make lunch. Most of the time, it is protein pasta with marinara sauce these days, or chicken sandwich on a homemade bun. I have to make the dough ahead of time to let it rise. I use rapid rise yeast, so it only takes 40 minutes to rise. But yeah, once I finish that, I enjoy my lunch. The protein pasta is usually faster, but sometimes I do shake it up with the chicken sandwich. And maybe on occasion, my pizza. It really depends on all of that. But after lunch, if I have more YouTube stuff to get done, I am going to do it. If I have enough time to not worry about it that day, or I decide I can't for whatever reason, like my mom is working from home and I literally cannot record when she works from home because I'm I just can't do that. Editing becomes a lot more difficult because even with my white noise machine and active noise cancellation on AirPods, I still get kind of paranoid about whether if her if the voice of her on a call slips through, whether it gets picked up on the whether it was I still get confused on whether it was picked up on the microphone or if it slipped through the cracks of the white noise machine and my noise cancellation. So, what if I have nothing else to do or I know that I'm not in a state of mind where I can actually get things done for the YouTube channel? I'll admit that's when I start playing video games for the day. I just got my Nintendo Switch 2. I'm enjoying playing through the original version of The Wind Waker. Probably gonna move on to something else afterward. I won't bore you with the details, but I also do slip in 15 minutes of Apple Arcade games. Mostly I play with my buddy because it's honestly kind of enjoyable to have a pet simulator like Nintendogs was back in the day. Now, I'm not someone who would have IRL pets because I like to have as little responsibility in life as possible, and it's borderline inconsequential to miss a day of playing with my buddy compared to if I had real pets. I am not an IRL pet person. I guess I'd like to play with my buddy just to troll people who have pets. I respect if you enjoy the responsibility of having pets. Like I said, I prefer to have as little responsibility in my life as possible. So yeah, at some point, I eventually start to make dinner. Usually, it's either a chicken sandwich, if I have somewhere to be the next day, or a 9-inch square pan pizza that I make from scratch. After all of that, and cleaning up as I go, I enjoy my dinner, and then, oh, I also have afternoon snack along the way. But then evening snack comes around after some more video game time. And then at evening snack, I either make popcorn if I'm watching a movie, or if it's the next TV episode of my primary TV show. Like I said in the last video in this, I am making strawberry banana smoothies going forward, and I am not going to I'm not going to deviate from that unless it is popcorn for a movie. For now, maybe down the line I'll reintroduce. I don't know. I have some lightly salted chips that I want to get through, but at the same time, I want to save those for when I switch the chicken sandwich with the tater tots after I clear that inventory. I want to switch that with deli sandwiches, particularly wraps where I can siphon the tortilla from the breakfast taco supply, and then they're quick, easy, and ready to go. Just in case I don't want to go through the effort of making the dough. I can limit it to pizza dough and cinnamon sticks, which I also make with the bun recipe. I also make icing with powdered sugar and milk. But anyway, after the movie or the TV episode or episodes plural, I grade it, and then if it's a movie or the seasons or series finale, I write out a quick little review, make the visual graphic, and then publish it on my movie and TV review Instagram page, Henry's Home Video Reviews. And then from there, I just put them out there because of that. And I log them in my spreadsheets and such. You get the idea. So, that's a day in the life of a stay at home son, which is on days where I have nowhere to go. Now, it can also, I do have, I forgot a fourth variant earlier when I have a movie I want to go see at the movie theater, which is typically on a Tuesday for $5 to $7. All right. For the other days, types of days, there's the instant gratification job, 2 days a week. Now, I do the same thing in the morning, except I wait until half an hour before I need to leave to shower and brush my teeth and all that. Between breakfast and that, I'll either check for Jolly Red or do some Apple Arcade gameplay while I have nothing else to do. Or I'll prepare dough ahead of time for when I get home so that I'm not tempted to get any fast food or even a prepackaged sandwich at Star Market. Then I have the shift at the instant gratification job. I typically follow it up with food shopping because I'm already out, but also I can't do that every single time. Or I think I should go, or also been considering going out and walking all the way up there on days that I don't have the instant gratification job and I don't have YouTube stuff to take care of. Anyway, once I get home, it's pretty much the same as day I have nowhere to go. Then the days that I have therapy, I just go to my appointment and then come straight home. That's really the only difference, though. I do try. Sometimes I'll do YouTube stuff in the afternoon. Sometimes I'll just spend the rest of the day playing video games. It can depend. And then there's also when I have a movie I want to see at the theater on a Tuesday for $5 to $7 for the ticket. I've been aiming for the early afternoon shows, the name of avoiding people like those who barged into the Mission Impossible 8 screening. Okay, I know it's still physically possible Like, it's a roll of the dice when you go to the movie theater for who you're going, who's going to be in that auditorium with you. You never really know. It's like how Fantavision said about working retail. You never know who's going to walk through that door. You never know who else is going to be in the movie theater with in the same auditorium as you for the same movie screening, which is a little scary when you actually think deeply about it. But that being said, it's a chance we take anyway. If it's an early afternoon screening, I go to lunch at the cider bar. I get my popcorn and water bottle. I see my movie, write my review, and go home. If it's in the evening, like for Ballerina last week, I basically just do everything else except I don't get cleaned up until half an hour before I need to leave. And then I do the same thing I just mentioned. So, yeah, those are the different days in the life for a stay at home son. At least if you can define working 2 days a week as still a stay at home son. Yeah, let me know in the comments down below whether you would define a stay at home son as one who works, just not all that much, who works part time, or if you have to be unemployed to count as a stay at home son. And of course, I am trying to do better with contributing to the household. Again, I can literally just get up from here and change out the laundry as needed. And then once I export it from here, it's not my problem. Anyway, you give this video a like, subscribe for daily videos. I'll see you soon.